Hi everybody, this is Todd Oltoff from toddoltoff.com coming back at you with another screencast. And this week I thought I'd show you ways that you can monitor your server remotely on your iPhone. And so a lot of times you're away from your server, you might want to know how services are going and things like that. So I thought today I'd cover an application that I found called Server Admin. Now, Server Admin, like I said, is an application that allows you to monitor your server. And let me just take you through this and show you what this looks like. So here I am on my iPhone. If I just click Server Admin there, you can see, let me just start with the settings for a minute. You can see here in the settings you have the opportunity to configure your servers, and the nice thing is you can have as many servers on here as you'd like to have. I haven't really put a ton on there. I don't know exactly what the limit is, but you can add a server, and adding a new server simply works like this. You just click the add a new server, you put in your name, the name of the server, whatever you want to call it. You put in the address, which is the fully qualified domain name of the server, and then you put in your username and password. And then down below you can select the server version as well that you want to cover. You also have the option to monitor the different services that you might want to monitor. So you can see there we've got AFP, DHCP service, DNS, firewall, FTP, iCal, iChat, mail. You can see them all on there, and you have 12 services that you're able to monitor. So you can check off the 12 services that you're interested in monitoring, and then when you're done you save and it connects to your server. Now I've already done that. Let me click cancel for a second. I'll show you mine. So here's my server right here, and so got name, server name, username, and password. And then these are the services that I'm monitoring right now, the things that I've checked off. And you can change these around if you want to, and add or remove services that you want to follow. And when you're done, you just click save. I'm just going to click cancel here for a minute just to come back at the beginning. There's a help option to open in Safari there. It also discovers automatically local servers that are around on your local network. Now, it's important that when you log into this, you don't just use the local servers option, or otherwise you'll only be able to monitor your server while you're on the local network or if you VPN in. So it's better to set it up up top here with the configured servers with your fully qualified domain name so that you can get into it. Those of you with .private addresses, you're going to have to, where it says host name, let me just come back here, where it says your address, instead of your server name, try to put in your actual public IP address that's on your router that we've talked about. If you don't know what that is, you can just go to a Safari website and say, what is my IP? And it will give it to you, and you can put that in that line so that you can access this remotely. If you have trouble with it, you may need to VPN in first to make it work, but I just wanted to show you that option. You have general settings. You can start with the list if you want to see that first, or ask for a PIN if you want to. I'm going to click done, because what will happen is it comes out here and it shows my server. Now you can see it gives me all kinds of stats like uptime, the network, how it's functioning, what my load is, the version, even the version of software that I'm using on my device, and the CPU type on my computer. You can also see down below, here are the different services that I'm monitoring. They've got green means the service is on and working. Red means the service is configured, but for some reason it's not turned on at this point. And then the services that don't have any lights on them are services that are not being monitored at this point, or are not showing on in the actual server application. So if you took a look, like if I went on AFP here for a minute, it shows the AFP service, and if anybody is using it or not. I can actually stop the service right from here. So if you're away from your server and you want to stop a service because of issues you're having, you can actually stop it right here on this screen. I've got log files that I can look at, where it'll log in the different files that tell me what's going on with my access and error logs. I've also got a user list, and it will tell me what users are currently connected to my server. So kind of a nice feature built into that. Different other things that you can monitor on here, as you can see, your Open Directory, VPN for instance, whether VPN is running or not. It says it's running. I've got logs that I can look at for that service. I can turn it on and off as well. And so it just gives you a great way of taking a look at the different services on your server to know if they're up or down or not, so that if you're out on the road and a service isn't working, you can check to see what's going on with it. If it's down, you can even start it from this application. It also has an area where it looks at the CPU for you, and will show you your CPU load by hour, day, or week. There at the top you can see. The same is true with network. It shows how your network's doing and the different network spikes and things by hour, day, or week. And then it also will show you your volumes, and so it'll show you the different drives that you've got and how much free space you have on the drives. So it really does pull in a lot of statistics and things to allow you to really monitor your server and see what's going on when you're away. Just one more thing, you see up here you've got the ability to add multiple servers, and you can jump to whatever server you want to. And so if I had more than one server listed here, there would be a bunch of servers there to choose from. When I just tap the server, it takes me then right back into the screen to monitor it. So not a lot of extra stuff here, but it really is a nice way to monitor your server. That's server admin application. Let me just go back here so you can see it. And you can get it on the App Store. And they continue to update it with every server iteration, so it really has been a nice application for doing that. Well, that's all I have for this week. I'll be back at you next week with another screencast to help you learn how to do more things with your Mac.